So welcome back everyone, Mike here. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to seeing. Normally I run 2 or 3 cameras and I'm always getting out and moving them around. Tonight I just set up 2 cameras outside. I got the one in the cab and we're just going to dig. I have a whole bunch of topsoil here to come out of here for the new building. And by the way, I think I misjudged this thing just a little bit. It's big. It's bigger than what I thought. The building's 40 by 72. This line right here that I painted out, that is at 55 feet right there. So the edge of the building is going to be about where my track is right here on this side. That'll be the 40 feet out. We'll have a driveway come up in here, and so I want to strip that topsoil as well. But it's now, what time is it? It is 6:40 p.m. right now. We'll dig for about 15 minutes or so, see what we get done. And I think Melissa's going to come out here in a little bit. She may have a little chat. But the Kubota KX-80 is all greased up, ready to go, and we're just going to dig and move dirt. This is very relaxing for me for some reason. I don't know why. I just enjoy it. I think I mentioned the other day in a video, a lot of people ask why I'm taking all this topsoil off and, you know, not build on top of it. You don't get any compaction out of this topsoil, and, you know, it's organic material in it. So you want to get all this off of here and get down to something competent. Pretty decent material underneath it. We get into some shale that'll work out pretty good. But I got a heck of a pile of topsoil back there, and it's just going to get bigger. Also, I want to mention before I forget, I don't do this enough. I want to thank everybody for just watching our videos and all the comments. It's amazing. It really is. We have a pretty good sized channel, but the amount of views that we get compared to the number of subscribers is unbelievable. I mean, it's huge. I see channels that are much larger than ours don't get near the views, and that tells me that you know, we have a very nice, loyal, good group of people here, and we appreciate that. The other day I was reading the comments in some videos, and some of the first comments were from like Slovenia, Australia, all over the world, and I just think that's great. You know, something we haven't done for a while, let me know in the comments where you guys are from and how things are going in your part of the world. I really enjoy reading that stuff. I do. I find it fascinating that there's people from all over the world that are into kind of the same things that we are. Pretty cool stuff. Every time I'm moving topsoil, I think back. I used to, you know, I worked heavy highway construction, but towards the end of that career, I was building well pads, which is how I got the job where I'm at now. But anyway, it was a union company, and you just call the union hall when you needed, you know, operators or whatever. And we had a, you know, a good group of guys that stuck with the company all the time. But when we get busy, you just have to call, and you didn't know what you're going to get. You know, some guys were real good operators, and some of them, I mean, they couldn't hit the ground with a blade on a dozer. They were horrible. And this one guy in particular, we were on a job, and we were doing what I'm doing right here, stripping topsoil to build a well pad. And I mean, these things are about 4 acres, just the pad, not counting the lease road. So that's a lot of topsoil. And I was running a dozer, and this guy's running a big hoe because he's way down in the corner, and they'd like push topsoil to him. I would, and then he would load it into articulated trucks and haul it up to the topsoil pile. Well, this guy, he had no idea the difference between topsoil and anything else, you know. I'd look down there, and he's in the same spot for like an hour, and I'm noticing the trucks are dumping. They're dumping rock, they're dumping shale, clay, everything but topsoil, you know. So I'd go down there and I'd say, hey, you know, you just want to take the topsoil off, and you can tell the difference. You know, the topsoil is dark and the other stuff's not so dark. And I mean, all day long, he could never figure it out. So fortunately, he went to another job, and then it was like a month later, I'm on another well pad, call the union hall the day before for an operator to run a hoe, send the same guy. I'm like, oh boy, right? But this time he was loading trucks in a rock cut. And I thought, all right, he'll be all right at that, you know? And I was running a, what was I running? I think a D6 dozer. And, you know, there's a whole system to moving dirt on those big jobs, you know? How to be real efficient. When you think about it, they get paid by the cubic yard to move dirt. So the faster you can move it, the more money you make, obviously. So if you can do everything right, you know, it means a lot at the end of the day. So anyway, this guy's loading trucks, and I'm about, you know, a couple hundred feet away from him running a dozer, and every time I looked over, the trucks are sitting all sideways in the cut, and they're all jacked up and stuff. He could not keep a level bottom to save his life, no matter what he did. It was just all messed up. So I'd go over with the dozer and, you know, get everything leveled up in front of them, push to them, you know, give the trucks a nice approach to get in, backed in underneath the hoe, and it would last like 10 minutes. And I'm pretty easy going, I am. I don't get too excited, but I'd go over and I'd explain to them, hey, you got to do a little bit better. You know, those guys are on that rock, they're going to pop a tire, and, you know, they're going to flip over in the cut. You know, you got to do better. And every single time he'd tell me, he'd say, I've done this before. That's all he ever said. I've done this 100 times before. I'm like, okay, well, I'll do better, you know? And it would just go on like that, and you go tell him again, and finally I snapped one day. I'm like, you know, this went on a couple days, and he gave me the old, I've done this before. And I was finally like, well, you'd think you'd be a lot better at it. You know what I mean? He was horrible. And everybody has to learn at some point, but he had been doing it for years. That was the bad part. Some people can just get it, and some people never will. I don't know why, but it's not that hard. But yeah, I've seen people like that over the years, though. Some are just naturals when they get on a piece of machinery, and others, doesn't matter. I think what would be a great, like a business idea, and somebody told me they have these in different parts of the country, I think in Las Vegas, is a place where people can go not only to learn how to run equipment, I know there's schools for that, but just to go get familiarized with stuff. You know, a guy can go on his birthday if he wants to and run an excavator or something. I think that kind of stuff's great. And that way, say you want to rent something, you know, you could go to one of those places a day or two and probably get pretty decent on it, so when you rent the machine, it's not wasted time. But I think that would be a great idea. Just have a big old, call it like a big boy sandbox or something like that. Have a dozer, excavator, whatever, and people can come in and just move dirt around. It'd be pretty cool. I'm going to have a big topsoil pile. Somebody mentioned the other day that it would be quicker to do this with the tractor. There is no way. We have been at this 10 minutes so far, and like the bucket on this excavator, it's definitely smaller than the bucket on the MX 5400. I'm just guessing probably about 2 buckets, 2.5 buckets of this would equal 1 bucket on the MX 5400. And I was loading the dump trailer. That's what I was doing. They said I should have used the tractor. It would have been faster. I could put probably 10 or 12 buckets in a dump truck or the dump trailer with this excavator, you know, in the same amount of time as it would take to do it in a tractor. This thing is just so fast. It's so smooth. There's no comparison at all. Everything has its purpose. Tractor works great, but for moving dirt, this is funny. I want to show you something. I don't know if you can see this or not. I'll see if I can't grab it. There's a green tag out there, a green plastic tag, and it says ready on it, okay? Well, when the Kubota equipment came, all the attachments, you know, they check everything out and they give it a tag on it. It says ready and the date and whoever inspected it or whatever. And that one tag was laying over in the driveway when the attachments first came, and I meant to pick it up and I forgot about it. And ever since I started this project over here, that tag just keeps popping up. I can't believe it's not buried or gone, but I keep finding it over and over again. It was the only one. I threw out all the other ones. You'll see how close I'm getting to the wood pile here. I got room. I'm going to get that moved. I keep saying I'm going to do that. Then I get into something else. But here pretty soon I'll have to, because it'll be in the way. I'm going to pull this back another 10 feet or so, and then I'll go down the other end there with the blade on this. You know, use it like a little dozer, take some more off and clean this up a little bit, and then I'll start another pass. But yeah, we've only been at this for about 12 minutes now, I think, so far. This thing is fast. Alright, we're going to go down and get turned around. Push some of this dirt this way.
Here. Haven't used the stairs in a while, but I'm going to do some narrating while Mike's doing the digging. I really find it incredible that's how much topsoil he took off just the skimming off of this. Isn't that incredible? Okay, so I think in my last video of being in Outdoors with the Morgans video, I was saying how tired I was because we had grandson Ty. So whew, I've rested, I've recuperated from that. Last night I stayed off of my phone, just had to, like, you know, just relax, and I got out my crochet hook and I was crocheting. So I crocheted a scarf for a friend of mine, and it's kind of nice just to take it easy, right? Okay, funny story, if you have the time, go check out Morgan's Off the Leash. That's my channel, and I've seriously, for the last 4 weeks, have spent way too much time trying to put together a video with the dogs for the Meet the Morgan series. These are the last 3 golden Morgans, and it's been tough. I struggle to get it all put together, so today I was able to take a couple hours and did more video, and as I'm trying to do the editing, I seriously have almost tossed the last 4 weeks of all the videoing that I was doing of the dogs, and just am using what I used today. So I don't know, maybe I'm getting better, maybe I'm getting wiser figuring this out, but if you have some time, go check it out. I think you'll enjoy the dogs. I take a deep breath, wondering if this will make the edit. Hunter, do you want to say anything? Here's Hunter. Show them your game. What are you playing? Hunter's playing the game Simon. Yeah, and he has one of the shirts that, a shirt on that one of the subscribers sent us from the Bronx. Engine 81. Ladder 46. Alright, so anyone that's new to the channel, that's our oldest son, Hunter. He has autism, he's nonverbal, also has epilepsy, but he doesn't talk verbally. He uses our hand over hand to communicate, to show what his wants and needs are. Our home is pretty much set up for Hunter, and that's taken years to master, but we kind of know his body language. He does a few signs from the American Sign Language, and then he has a few of his own made-up signs that we know what that means. So he's usually roaming around in the background of the video, but our channel is growing. We have, like, what, 160,000 subscribers now, so I'm guessing a lot of you new subscribers might need that brief introduction. When I say it's Ty Day, our grandson Ty, they don't live too far from us. Our second son Levi, his wife Kate, and Ty live near us. And then our daughter Hannah is 23 and just graduated college. She's finishing her internship. And then our daughter Eva is going into the 10th grade. So that's our family, and like I said,
if you ever rent an excavator, what I'm doing right now is a really good way to kind of practice, because this is one of the harder things to do, believe it or not. It looks pretty simple. It's like all I'm doing is raking the ground, right? No big deal. But in order to do so, you know, you're pulling that stick in, and at the same time you're raising the boom up, and then sometimes you're actually curling the bucket at the same time too. So you're doing 3 different functions at once. If not, you're either digging a hole or you're not even touching the ground. So this is a good way to practice, and you know, you really can't hurt anything. So what if you go a little bit too deep here or there? It's not the end of the world, but this will get you a pretty good feel, you know, for the machine and what it's capable of, and I don't know, it's just a good way to get used to the controls, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Now, if you had a big skid loader, it would probably be a little faster than this at stripping this topsoil off. But the reason I wanted to rent an excavator was I needed it to dig stumps, push trees over, and then also to load either my dump trailer or a dump truck with fill. And the excavator is really quick when it comes to that stuff. And these things are just so versatile anymore. With that thumb on there, they're unbelievable. They really are. And then all the different buckets you can get with it. You know, if I had like a ditching bucket or a smooth bucket with no teeth, a big wide one, it would be faster than what I'm doing here. But stripping all this topsoil off of here, I'm not even going to have, I might have 3 hours total in the whole thing when it's said and done. So not really a big deal. But yeah, they got all kind of stuff for these. I've seen those like forestry heads on these. That would be really sweet, because this machine's got a lot of reach to it too. You can really reach out there. And also, don't forget, every once in a while, spin around, see what's behind you. I got a pretty good pile here in front of me, so I'm going to start baling some behind me. But we're getting it here. I got about another 8 feet to get to that orange line that I painted. But yeah, we're going to end up with a big pile of topsoil. I did slightly misjudge the size of this. I mean, I knew how big it was going to be, but until you see all this dirt skinned off of here, it's pretty good size. Well, Melissa, you want to wrap this video up for us?
I do. I have to tell you, I wish you had smell-o-vision, because this topsoil smells good. And you know what? I think all this soft dirt is every boy and every little girl's dream to get out their little trucks and play in it. All right, well, thanks for being here. Comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. Click the thumbs up for a like. Subscribe if you haven't, and share them with your friends. We'd love to have them here. Thanks. We'll see you on the next one.